Hello and how are you all? So today I'm going to look about some of the basic elements of C++. It's a very huge topic, but I will be only focusing today on the data types. But some of the syntax I will be also going through just for it. So in this chapter we are going to look about the basic components of C++ and data types and mostly on the string data type because commonly we are going to use that string type and the memory, how memory we are going to assign and discover how to use arithmetic. Become more familiar with increment and decrement, like increment means plus plus and decrement means like going backward minus minus, and learn how to use the preprocessor directives also. That part not so in depth, but yes, we are going to look into that and how to write. Computer program is nothing just a sequence of statement like step one, step two, step three. Like we have a sequence. So programming means planning, creating a program. Syntax are like that specify which statements are legal. Like it means what are things we cannot write. So it's illegal documents. What are things we are allowed to write? In what format we are allowed to write? That tells us syntax. Now in English language we have grammar, right? Like that syntax we have in program. Programming languages are just a set of rules, symbols, and special words. Semantic means not the spelling mistakes or other things. Semantic means like the meaning. If we are logical, like a flow issue, that tells us semantic rule. C++ program is also a collection of more subprograms like subfunctions here. But in a later slide, we are going to go with the functions. And a subprogram or a function is a collection of statements when activated or when executed, they do something for us. As what I said in early class, the main is the important function, that's a starting function, that's the executable function. So this is some of the symbols like plus, minus, like we use in our C++ one, greater than, less than. Like throughout the weeks, you'll be learning more in detail what does these symbol means to us. Like division, we have symbol. Now, as I said before in the early class, we have some primitive keywords because these keywords have a meaning by its own. It does not have two meanings. It has a very specific meaning. So the programmers cannot use this keyword for another meaning. So identifiers means actually the variable that consists of letters, the digits, underscore like that we have. There's some soft rule that you need to learn about how to give name to identifiers. Like must begin with a letter, not a number, or underscore. And C++ are case sensitive means capital letters, simple letters. We have to be very careful with C++. And some predefined identifiers are cout or cin. And unlike reserved words or predefined identifiers must be redefined, but it's not idea to do that. We have legal and illegal identifiers like the following are legal identifiers in C++. We have first conversion period like that. All those are allowable, means legal means allowable. We can use those. Data types, we have set of values together with a set of operation which called data type. Like C++, we have classified in three categories. First, simple data type, then structured data type, and we do also have pointers. So pointer means a reference actually, like point into somewhere there here, like that we point our fingers, right? Like that pointers are reference, we will refer to some place, some location, especially on the memory location. Let's look about the simple data types. Three categories of simple data. Integral means the integers without decimals. Then we have floating with decimal, and enumeration means enumeration types are user defined types. Like the programmer, we create our own user defined types. It's called enumeration. So this is the integers. We have the minimum like minus to the biggest minus value and the maximum plus values. Storage in bytes, we have 4 bytes. Then boolean we have true, false. Characters we have maximum, minimum. So this is integer data type. Have minus or plus number. Boolean true or false. By default it will be false. Then smallest integral data types used for characters, letters, digits, and special characters. and each character is enclosed in simple quotes like simple, just only one quote. We have open, letter, and closed. Now in strings we have two quotes. Characters we have one letter by letter. Sometimes if I have a value, I have to decompose the letters. For example, student now ID, you have your IDs, right? S or like a letter in between, like in national ID card also we have A, right? So we identify first letter and we say, okay, this is the student. We identify the first letter or second letter, we say this is the year. Like that, sometimes in computer programming we have to chop down the letters. This why it's very important to get letter by letter by letter all the things. So we have floating numbers, of course, with decimals. I don't have to explain about this. And float and double, there's a small difference into that. Float and represent any number, the range actually is different. And memory allocated for double is 8 bytes, is a little bigger than the float. Now C++ operators, we have plus sign for addition, minus sign for subtraction, and star for multiplication, and backslash for division. And the percentage means remainder. For example, the remainder or the modulus we use to find even or odd numbers. You know, even or odd numbers, right? Those numbers divisible by 2, and no remainder means that's an even number. All the others are odd numbers. Like that, we use the percentage sign also to calculate those kind of arithmetic functions. Order of precedence, like in, it's very common for us to use Bodemus rule, right? Like that we have a specific order. First go with the brackets. Whatever is in the brackets we resolve first, then multiplication, like that. We have order to follow. Expression means instead of sometimes giving a whole number, we give a formula expression like C equal to 5. Other than that, we can give a expression C equal to A plus B. So A plus B is a equation or expression. Sometimes we can give like evaluate mixed expression. If operator has same types of operands, we can evaluate according to the type of the operand. So if the operator has both type of operations, means integer will be changed to floating numbers. So in C++, sometimes we have to change from one data type to another data type. That's called casting actually. So in C++, from changing from one data type to another data type, we use this keyword called casting. Now implicit type cohesion means when the value of one type is automatically changed to other type. That's called implicit one. Like cast operator provide explicit type conversion means we use the following like this. We write the static cast, give the in less than and greater than sign, we give the data type and the expression. So this is some of the expressions and the evaluations. If you want to read further onto that, now this is where I want to focus more in this slide, the string data type. So programmer will define the types of the string. So strings, remember we are going to use double quote. Character we used one quote, string we use double quote. Now string will allow numbers, letters, special characters. We have mix of those things. And string also have so many built-in function. Like in iOS string we have C in C out. For string class we have dot length to count how many characters are there in the string variable. Like that we have built-in function. Input, so data must be loaded into main memory before it can be manipulated. So that's why we need to store the data. So there are two-step process. First, we have to the instruct of the computer has to allocate memory and include statements to put allocate memories. Like here. So allocating memories, we use the name constant. So memory allocation whose can like content cannot change, like it means in the execution means the runtime we cannot change those things. If I define const constant in the first before the data type, so sometimes we have to keep a constant like the super user admin and super user password. So throughout the program, we have to keep it the same without changing. So in those cases, it's better to use constant and keep it static. So no one can. So this is some of the example of constant. A variable is nothing else, just a memory location. Sometimes we get so many data from users, so many data from databases, so many data from text files. So we have to keep it, store it temporarily in somewhere. So that's why we create variables. But if you want to create variables, I have to tell the type. Is it a double variable? Is it an integer or character variable? So or string variable, I have to give the type variable. And assignment variable statement means like assigning a value to the variable. Like a is an integer, I want to assign the value 5 to the a. So just say a equal to 5. So use the equal sign to assign the value to the variable. So a single equation we are going to. Now this is some of the example of declaration and initiation. Declaration means this part int space first. Up to that it means I'm declaring a variable called first. What is the type? Integer. And equal to 13 means initializing. Initializing means giving the initial or first value or starting value. So first and second are integer values over here. Second is a character, and third and fourth is the. So C in, get the variable, C out this. So this part we have learned this several times. And this is a very beautiful uh, program. I want you to try this. Like just type it in the dev C++ code block and run this. Now this is a very nice way to write the command. See slash line 1 line 2 like that. So enter the first number, last name, age, and weight separated by empty space. If we write Shaila space month space 23, that's the age, weight 120, like that we just write. Increment and decrement. Now increment means plus plus, especially variable by 1. Decrement means going back, minus it. Now there are pre-increment and post-increment. Now the only difference is in pre-increment we will call plus plus means we change the value and display. If I call variable means on the screen I will display the value of variable. Now in post increment means we will first show the value then increment. Like the same goes to the also. Now this is some of the example. Just say for example I have if x equal to 5 and y equal to plus plus x. It means after the second statement both x and y will be 6 now. So means we are first changing the value of x and then assigning it to the y. So it is output we use the C out. So end line ENDL. It's not a I. Some student I still find writing I over here. It's just a simple L called end line. And this is sample out. So new line. So if I want to put the output in the next line, it's very other than using end line, I can use slash n in the cout. So in slash n means we are going to print the rest of the output part in the next line. Again slash n means go again down to the next line like that. This is some of the examples using slash n to break it to the next. So this is the meaning. Slash n means next line, slash t means a tab. So in keyboard you find tab key, right? If I put a tab it will give a big space. Slash b means backspace, slash r means return, like that. We have some meanings of these things. So preprocessor directives. C++ has small number of operations, and these function and symbols need to run on C++ program to provide a collection of libraries, and each of the library has a name and a header file. So that we are going to write in the top of the program when we start. Like hash include, then write the header file. Like one of the common thing we write every day is hash include IOST means input output stream. For C in C out we use and then hash include IOStream and using standard ST that we have studied before. For string we use hash include. So creating a C++ program, a very basic way of creating a C++ program. C++ program has two parts. First is we have to write the preprocessor directory, means in the hash include in the very top of the program. Then write the program. And the preprocessor directives and program statements also will constitute enough C++ source code. Source code must be saved in C++. So if you go to the file and save, make sure on the box you select C++. If you select in C language, some of the things will not compile. So compiler generated the object code automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. Even the so declaration statements, integer space abc means three variables a, b, and c. What are the types? Integers. Double x comma y means two variable x and y. What are the types? Doubles. So assign in values, get in the value c into the b from the input from the user, and display it in one horizontal line. This is just an example. So just copy this program once again to your C++ or DSP code block and run it. So I want you to try it a little bit with yourself with this program and see how the program works. So if you write it as it is in the slide to the program in the code block and run it, you will see the behavior of the C++ compiler by your. So this is the sample run, like line 9, enter in the values and showing. So program style and formatting. So every C++ program has a function main that we are going to start with it. So syntax integer x integer y double x y equal to w plus x means it will show a syntax error. Why is that? Because x is an integer. So if you want to convert integer to a y, it will give you syntax errors. Now, use of blank, like give it a blank space. Blanks are also used to separate some reserved keywords. So blanks also between the identifier in the second statement it has the meaningless one. See, give it like even integer space abc is good, but integer space a comma space. Now in this line these space are just a waste. You no need to give semicolon, cause means the particular that particular statement is finished. That's the end point. We write semicolon. It's called terminate. Semantics are there to remove all syntax errors in a program, still not have it on, and even if it run it may still not do what it has to do. But mean is like with the semantic error also you can run the program, but you see the output will not be the same. But with the syntax error you cannot even start the program unless you have to correct it, then rerun it again. So form and style of writing a program, consider two ways, like just put in integer feet and x. So inch, that's the types. For method 2, like here integer a comma b semicolon double x comma b, both are correct. It's up to you to have your own documentation. So double slash means single line, but if I put slash star and 3 or 4, then after I put star slash means I can select multi lines. So start from here to end from here, the whole portion will be commented. So if I want only one line to comment, just use double slash. Assignment statements with x star equal to y, like assign in program examples. Write a program that takes as input a given length expressed in feet and inches, convert and output the length in centimeters. So convert the length in feet and inches to all. So and multiply the number of feet by 12 and add inches to that. So algorithm means a step-by-step procedure how I'm going to write it. Algorithm means the plan. How are you going to write step by step your computer program? So in technical terms, we that plan or that steps or that procedure we call the term algorithm. It's nothing else just a step by step procedure to write a program. So got the length of feet and inch, that's step 1. Convert that to inches, step 2. Convert total inches to centimeters, step 3. And display it on the user screen. Output centimeters, step. Now these are the things. 4 variables and some name constant, like those conversion, like sometimes you see the dollar exchange rates and those things, we have to keep it constant. We cannot change it. So in those cases, keyword constant. So main algorithm prompt the user and ask the user to enter some input, get the data from the user, echo the input means just show it on the output screen. Just make sure that we collect it from user correctly and find the length in inches, output the length in inches, convert the length to centimeter, output the length in centimeters. So putting it together in a computer program. Program begins with comments because everywhere you have to put meaningful comments. Whoever read your program after you should have some understanding what you have done. So it's very important to put comments and use input statements to get data and output statements, and data comes from keyboard and the output and with display on the screen. The first statement of the program and after comment is the pre-processed directive. And putting it together, the two types of memory location for data. One is the name constants and variables. Name constants are usually put before the main, but the program has only main function to execute, and the program need variable to manipulate what has been declared even inside the main. And body of functions. See int main. So with this curly bracket and end of this curly bracket, there we write the body the function. So write in a complete program, include header file, declare the constants, write functions. So here hash include, this is the header file, this is the namespace standard, define the constants, I mean top of the main method, and then run step by step. This example run, if you run it correctly, you see something like this. So this is the third program. So I'm going to upload the PPT also in Moodle. So just try to type it yourself and see how it works. So a summary, C++ program is a collection of functions